Today we are talking about integers. So you need to take out your notebook and write down the word integers. Integers are positive and negative whole numbers. So they're positive and negative numbers. Most of you have looked at them before. When we first do integers, we draw them on a number line and we put 0 in the middle. And to the right, we put the positive numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and it keeps going. You can make yours as big as you want. And on the left, we put negative numbers. So over after 0 to the left is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, and it can keep going. Remember, when we graph points like 2, -6, we use positive and negative numbers. Okay? So like if I put a number right here, that is at -3. If I say this one right here, that one is at +3. But on the positives, we do not write the plus. We just say 1. If I say 1, that means +1. But if I say -4, I need the negative sign. Okay, so make sure if it's negative, you put the symbol. So what we're going to do first is we're going to try to compare integers. So we're going to have less than, greater than, or equal. Okay? Now, let's just start with positive integers. 4 and 7. 4 and 7. 7 is bigger, and so we would say 4 less than 7. Remember, the bigger number always goes with the open part of the inequality sign. Okay? Now, what about, we're going to try some hard ones now, okay? What about -1 and +4? +4 is bigger than -1. When you go on this number line, if you go from right to left, this is going bigger this way. So the numbers that are going this way, going to the right, are bigger. So if you go to the right, you're bigger. So 4 is bigger than -1. So 4 has to have the open part of the inequality. If I have 7 and -3, well, 7 is over here. It's to the right. 7 is bigger. So my inequality would go like this. 7 is greater than -3. How about 0 and -2? Which one is bigger? Well, here's 0. Here's -2. 0 is bigger than -2. So I'm going to say 0 is greater than -2. Now these get harder when we have two negative numbers. -1, -3. Okay? Here's -1. Here's -3. -1 is more to the right. Okay? It's going this way, remember, so -1 is bigger. -1 greater than -3. If we have -10 and -9. Now, they're not on here, okay? But -9 would be right here, and -10 would be right here. So if I look at that, -9 is bigger. So -9 is greater than. So my inequality sign has to go like this. So when I read this, it says -10 less than -9. Okay? Now, you need to write down another word. It's called absolute value. Absolute value has these lines. Okay? Absolute value means, and write this underneath, distance from 0. So here's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Okay, -3 is right here. So these lines, they're up and down lines, says the absolute value of -3. The absolute value of -3 is how far is 3 from 0. So if I go from -3, I go 1, 2, 3. The absolute value of -3 is 3. Let's try the absolute value of 4. Here's 4. Here's 0. How many away is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. The absolute value of 4 is 4. Okay. How about the absolute value of -6? So -6 would be right here. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The absolute value of -6 is 6. The absolute value of 100 is 100. The absolute value of -200 is 200. Okay? Now I'm going to show you a tricky one. I'm going to put a negative here. Do you see on this one that my negative sign is outside? See how it's not inside the absolute value? It's outside. So since this negative sign is outside, this answer is -4. It gets to keep the negative because it's outside. Okay? So we're going to try problems today with integers and absolute value, and with, I can't get to it, with less than. Here we go. We're going to have numbers with less than, greater than, or equal. Okay? Let me show you one more real quick. If I have this one's kind of special, -4, the absolute value -4, and +4. And I want to know less than, greater than, or equal. What is the absolute value of -4? 4. The absolute value of +4? 4. So my answer to this one? Equal. Okay, let's try our practice problems.